Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. And I know it's been a minute since I've gone live or did a video or anything. Last time I talked to y'all, I told y'all that I was about to flood y'all with content, and then I went ghost. And that is so rude of me. So here I am trying to deliver y'all some content. This ain't for everybody, so proceed with caution. But, still hit that subscribe button. Anyways. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Shout out to everybody that is in the chat. Ciao. We got to talk about this. So there is this video that Troy's TV reacted to. And Troy's was pretty much agreeing with the guy. And, I love me some Troy's. But I was like, come on now. Really? So anyways, in the video, it's a video of this guy right here who is blaming women for the reason that men have to be on the down low. It's our fault that they are on the down low, and it's our fault that we don't want to date them when they dabble in the other or the same side. Okay, it's our fault. It's us. And so I seen Troy's reacting to this, and I was like, baby, no. Immediately, no. Immediately, HE double hockey sticks, no. But I'm going to share it with y'all because this has been a reoccurring topic on social media. There has been a lot of conversations about this. About a month ago, I want to say I had posted up a post on my Instagram where a woman had basically said, somebody explained to me how not wanting a bisexual man is homophobia. Because if I'm straight, I'd like my partner to be the same, the F. So after this was posted, one of my night owls commented and thought that there's no such thing, nobody is saying this, and accused the woman of trying to go viral. And so this is what he said in the comments. He said, I never heard of this. I assume she's looking to go viral because there isn't any receipts to who said this. And so to that, I replied to him, and I'm like, actually, if you go to her Twitter, there are a lot of people saying it and have been saying it for a very long time, how it's homophobic to not want a bi man. Well, Thomas B and everybody else, we have a guy who's going to explain to us how not only is it our fault that they have to be on the down low, how because we don't want a bisexual man, how that then makes us homophobic. So I'm going to cue up the video right now and play that for y'all because I said it's crazy, and I find it funny how everybody gets to have a preference except for straight people. If you go to lesbians, they're allowed to have a preference to prefer women and not want to date men. If you go to gay men, they are allowed to prefer to date other gay men. And if you ask them, gay men who are actually gay, if you ask them if they ever want to be with a woman, they're going to turn their nose up and be like, ugh, like it's just like you ask them to eat a bowl of SHI. Okay. So I'm like, the lesbians are allowed to have a preference. The gays are allowed to have a preference. But somehow, if a straight person wants to date another straight person, then we are some type of phobic. Okay? And this Mr. Say So TV is going to tell us why.
The reason why I want to talk about this is because a lot of people think that, well, in our black community, we all know that they always classify you either straight or gay. All of a sudden it's, oh, that gay ass nigga, he gay, and da, da, da. That's not true. He's obviously bisexual if he fucked you. Let's be real. I'm about to hit some facts real quick. Women.
All right. So he's about to break it down to us and hit us with some facts, honey. Are y'all ready for these facts? Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for these facts to be pushed on us? Because he's about to tell us a thing or two about why and then in the video, he even explains his preference. So basically, he's going to explain to us how he preferred this light-skinned girl. That was his type. You know, she was light-skinned. She was skinny. You know, he had his preference of the color, the size, and everything. You know what I'm saying? And he got mad because she didn't want him when she found out he had been with a man. And then he blamed all of us women. We gonna get to it. Hold on. Let him tell us.
Women. If a man is able to get his dick hard and penetrate you, that is not a gay man. That is a bisexual at the least. He may be straight as well, but he's definitely
not
bisexual.
straight as well.
No gay men. I know a lot of men who are strictly gay and they think that it's gross, they won't get hard for it, they're just not attracted, okay? So if we're not turned on, we can't, the train ain't moving, you know what I'm saying? So there's nothing gonna go down. If a man is able to hard for a male, that makes him bisexual, no matter how much he's only females, no matter how much he's suppressing himself, forcing himself not to mess around with men. If he is thinking and getting hard and having fantasies and shit, if he's suppressing it and telling himself, no, I'm not going to do that as long as I don't act on it, that is some bullshit. Just because I force myself to ignore what I love and what I like to do, that would not mean that that's authentically who I am. That means that I'm forcing myself to be who I want for you or the society around me, comfortability. And they're sacrificing themselves. A lot of those like DL guys, they are just suppressed bisexual or suppressed gay men. They care about everyone's opinion. So that's why they are on the DL. But I wanted to hit this topic because a lot of females have asked me, well, if you're bisexual, I didn't know that I had a lot of females watching my channel, and I'm very pleased by that. I appreciate that, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't know, well, I had one ask me well, if you say you're bisexual, why couldn't you never make topics about women? Well, I'm about to start, and this is going to be my first one because I just want to hit that real quick. All
right. So he's bi, and his first video that he wants to make for the ladies is to tell us why we the problem because we don't want to date him. Okay? That's his first rule of business, is to let us ladies know that we ain't allowed to have a preference. He allowed to have a preference. We not allowed to have a preference, or we phobic something.
That I started calling myself gay and I'm not. I started just claiming it because everybody else was calling me gay, and I was like, well, I don't have a problem with it. You know, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. But at the end of the day, I had to wake up and realize, that's not me. I got to stop allowing motherfuckers to call me gay, because as soon as I try to holler at a female, all of a sudden it's, oh, I thought you was gay. And I'm like, no, you know what I'm saying? So, which, by the way, I will tell one experience, my most recent experience.
Child. Okay. So he thought he was gay because he liked men. But he realized that he wasn't gay because he liked women too. And it's messing up his feng shui with the ladies when they think that he liked men only because he also likes women. Okay?
Trying to holler at a female. And this is the reason why a lot of bisexual black men are forced into either messing with only guys or only girls, because a lot of guys, let me tell y'all, a lot of reason why DL guys exist is because of y'all. Okay? Y'all want to be upset at the DL guys, and y'all want to have this issue about they should just come out and all of that. But y'all the main reason why they DL. Let me tell you, black women are some of the most homophobic. Okay? I have tried, and I'm about to give you an example. I've tried hella females, and that's another reason why a lot of DL guys, they're not gonna come out, because it's the type of female. Like, even though they know that like they fine and shit and like they can get bitches still, it's the type of female. See,
why are we in a world where we're not dating people who are open to who we are? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's mad and calling us homophobic because of our preference to be straight and want a guy that's straight. Yet, instead of just going after a woman who's open to that, I've done plenty of shows where I've had on other bisexual men, and there was women who did not mind. You know, I had a lot of women call in and they was like, they didn't care about the preference. So I always find it weird that instead of finding people who are open-minded to date a guy who's fluid, they get mad at the women who prefer a straight guy because they're straight. Like, I'm a mom. I have a daughter. There are some men who are not going to date me because I have a child. Okay? And I'm not going to get mad at him because he doesn't want to date me because I have a child. I'm not going to suppress and lie and say that I don't have a child. I'm going to go and date the men who don't mind dating a woman with a child. So I always find it weird that these guys can't just find the women, because as much as people like to think that they're not out there, they are. There are a lot of women who still will be open to date a man who dabbles as well. But let's hear his experience.
All guys don't want a female who's very, see, most of the time, okay, I'm gonna just be honest. In my experience as a bisexual man, you either get those real freak-ass females that's just into everything and anything, and they're kind of slutty and kind of like, they're a turnoff. You know, like, I don't want that. Everybody doesn't want that. Some guys that are...
So the girls who are into everything, they're open-minded, they're fluid. He's labeling them as a turnoff. So the women who are open to be down for the things that you're down for, they're slutty and they're a turnoff. But
bisexual, they really just want that wholesome chick, like, that's just cool, go on about her. She take care of her business, she go to work, take care of her kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the type of that some niggas want, but they not, you know, these are the type of females that are usually very homophobic. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give an example. Not too long ago.
So basically, every woman that has an open mind, he has now put a label on them and put them in a box as slutty. So they're open, they're down, they're open, whatever. He's now put them in a box as slutty. But him, a man who is open to sleeping with men and open to sleeping with women, he then feels like he wants a woman that's wholesome. But it's like, what makes a woman, are you not wholesome?
I was at this club. It was actually a gay club, yeah, but it was like a lesbian gay club. And I'm in there with my aunt and her girlfriend, and well, my aunt's the same age as me, so we like brother and sister. But it's her girlfriend, and we at the club, and basically they wanted me to participate in one of their little segments where they did a little performance, and they was giving the masculine studs a lap dance. Well, they was missing a stud, so they replaced one of them with me. They asked me to sit in that spot. It wasn't really nothing. I just had to sit there and get a lap dance. Well, the girl was bad, okay? Like, when I tell you, like, she was just my type. Like, she was like petite, light skin, like, nice little pretty hair and all that. Like, it was just like, she was just bad to me. Like,
All right. So as you see that, the girl was his type, his preference, you know? She was light skinned. She had the pretty hair. She was petite. She was, you know, small and slender, just his type. Well, his preference got wind that he likes men also, and now it's our fault for it. He's allowed to have a preference.
nice little swim waist, all that. And like, she was just my type. Like, she was like petite, light skin, like nice little pretty hair and all that. Like, it was just like, she was just bad to me. Like, nice little swim waist, all that. And like, she was, you know, dancing on me and shit. And I'm just like, I'm feeling that. I didn't know I didn't give a fuck. I was just like, I was feeling her, you know what I'm saying? So I tried to, like, you know what I'm saying, you know, try to get her attention or whatever. And I could tell that she classified me as a gay dude because the way she was handling me, you know what I'm saying? But then,
So the way she was handling you, she already knew that you was more than likely a man who likes men. Because she was probably, you know, dancing, but probably keeping her distance, maybe, you know, like dancing, but not really, you know, inviting you in too much. Maybe, I'm just assuming, I don't know. But he says that the way she was handling him like a gay man.
you know, try to get her attention or whatever. And I could tell that she classified me as a gay dude because the way she was handling me, you know what I'm saying? But then I was like, all right, well, let me just see. Like, let me have my auntie, like, holler at her real quick because that's her friend, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, hey, like, what's up with old girl? Like, what's her name? Like, can you, like, you know, give her, like, see if she'll let me get her number, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, yeah, definitely. I'm about to go over here and see, like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, she geek because, you know, of course, all the females in the family, they want to see me with a girl anyway, you know? So it's like, because I used to date girls only, which I'll get into that, all right? Into my transition and everything. So, but back to the story. I had my auntie holler at her, and the girl was like, no, I thought he was gay or whatever. Like, I wasn't there, but that's when my auntie came back and told me she was like, basically, no, she thought that you were gay, type shit. Like, it didn't have anything to do with my looks or anything. It was just like, I know that me and this girl would look good together.
I mean, you said that it didn't have anything to do with your looks and everything like that, but like, it could have been the way you were dressing, you know what I'm saying? It could have been your mannerisms. If you wore this shirt that you have on in the video, that could have probably been an indicator. You know, just because you felt like y'all would look good together, she felt like you probably were more feminine. And you guys were at a gay club. Even if it was a lesbian club, there's not a lot of straight men who go to the gay clubs. You know, I'm not saying that there are none, because some straight men do go to those clubs, but the majority of men who go to even the lesbian gay clubs are majority gay men as well. So if you're at a lesbian gay club, more than likely, majority of the men who are there are also gay. There might be a couple straights. So, I mean, there's a lot of indicators that she might have indicated that you were not straight. He says it wasn't his looks or anything. It wasn't like that. So let's hear a little bit more.
Together, like, we have a pretty ass baby and everything. I'm just like, damn, like, man, what the, like, and I'm like, man, you know what? And she was like, she told her that I was bi, but because she knows that I mess around with guys, and she's bisexual herself, but because she knows that I mess around with guys, she don't want to give me no shot. I'm like, wait a minute. How the fuck you gonna judge me for being bisexual, but your ass is bisexual too? Double standard. All right, so this is why I'm making this video. Black women, y'all are the most homophobic. That's the reason why y'all niggas is lying to y'all. These niggas coming back giving y'all shit. I'm not saying that it's right, but this is the reason, one of the main reasons why.
All right. So, again, he says something else that's interesting, right? So he says, y'all men are messing with men and coming back and giving y'all stuff. So are you saying by your own admission, because she didn't say that, you said that. You said that's why y'all men are messing with men and then coming back and giving y'all stuff. So if that's your thought process, that men who are sleeping with men are coming back and giving women stuff, couldn't that possibly be a fear that she has? Because by your admission, that's what's going on. So could that possibly be, a factor in there somewhere? Or is she not allowed to be weary of something that you, out of your mouth, said is going on? You said out of your mouth that the men are messing with men and bringing the women stuff. So
your ass is bisexual too. Double standard. All right. So this is why I'm making this video. Black women, y'all are the most homophobic. That's the reason why y'all niggas is lying to y'all. And these niggas coming back giving y'all shit. I'm not saying that it's right, but this is the reason, one of the main reasons why. If y'all allowed y'all's men to be fluid with y'all wouldn't have that problem. No.
So if they allowed the man to sleep with men, he wouldn't bring them stuff. But if they don't allow the man to sleep with men, he will bring them stuff. I can't hear no more. I mean, if you let your man sleep with men, you ain't gonna get nothing. But if you don't let your man sleep with men and you allow him, I done confused my damn self. If you let your man sleep with men and you okay with it, he ain't gonna, you will be all right. But if you don't let your man sleep with men and you not okay with it, then Child, anyways, so there was also another guy who basically blamed women for the reason why he's with men. Okay. And so I had read to y'all a post on my YouTube, I want to say like a few weeks ago, and it was of this guy who had got married, and he blamed, failed marriages on his reasons why he's now with a gay man and now he's married to a man, blah, blah. Well, after that, there was another guy who did a video with Kendra G. Now, Kendra G is a radio personality, and she does content that is similar to how Kevin Samuels used to do content, where he would allow somebody to come on, ask them, what they want out of a partner, what they have to offer, blase, blase, blase. And she's kind of like the female who does it on the female realm and everything like that. So she had this man come on there, and he said that it was our fault. The reason why he wants to sleep with men. Now, in the conversation, he also then stated that he was HIV positive and that he had gotten HIV positive from a man. But he still wanted a man, but yet it was our fault the reason why he's with men, but the fact that he got HI from a man didn't make him want to be with a woman. He still wanted to be with a man, but it was our fault. Anyways, let me pull it up, because I said what? So getting that didn't make you want to go back to, but a woman made you want to go. I said, child, I mean, we can't catch a damn break, okay? We can't catch a break, child. We cannot catch a break. Then after this, I'm going to get to the South Sea Santana thing, because I'm just like, we cannot catch a break. Let me pull it up, y'all. So this is the video right here. And as you can see, the title of the video, it says, 3 women broke his heart, so he decided to start dating men. Okay? Y'all see the title at the top? It's our fault that he decided to start dating men. 3 women broke his heart, so he decided to start dating men.
Do it. What kind of woman are you looking for, David?
Actually, I'm looking for a man, not a woman.
Ooh. I missed that one. Did you always?
I had a girlfriend in the past.
Huh?
I had a girlfriend in the past.
In the past.
Well, wouldn't you switch over to guys? Was the vagina that bad?
Well, I got hurt by 3 different women that I was dating, and I just gave up on it, and I just said, well, I'll just try being with a man, which had my bad share of relationships on both sides.
I'm sorry. I was just having a moment of silence.
So let me say this. I have met women that have said this. I'm done with men. I'm switching to women. But I've never met a guy that said 3 different women broke my heart. I'm going to find me a penis. I've never heard that.
He then goes on to say that he got an HI from a man.
I am 40, about to be 41 on the 13th.
Of June?
Yes.
You're a Gemini.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you have any kids?
No, ma'am.
No kids. What do you do for a living?
I'm a retired bar owner. I do consulting work on the side, and I work for a catering company on the side. I have a degree in culinary arts, criminal justice, and computer technology, and certificate in massage therapy.
That's a lot of different stuff. Culinary, what did all he said? He got a certificate, a degree. It was all different, totally. He did the side. That's a lot of different things. They're not even the same, like. Anyways, that's a lot of different jobs. You got the massage, you got the food, you got the bar, you got the what else did he say he did on the side? Construction. What else did he say?
You like school?
I got bored at home.
You never wanted kids?
I thought about adopting a kid because I was adopted.
Oh, okay. Do you know who your biological parents are?
I found my biological mom about 9 years ago.
Wow.
Let me get to the point.
Had my bad share of relationships on both sides.
Over to guys, was the vagina that bad?
I had a girlfriend in the past.
I missed that one. Did you always?
I had a girlfriend in the past.
Huh?
I had a girlfriend in the past.
Well, wouldn't you switch over to guys? Was the vagina that bad?
Well, I got hurt by 3 different women that I was dating, and I just gave up on it, and I just said, well, I'll just try being with a man.
I'm done. Never heard of her.
Well,
So,
growing up, it was like well, I was with a girl, then at the same time I had a boyfriend, and my girlfriend knew I had a boyfriend. My
okay.
boyfriend knew I had a, yeah, you know.
That's what I was going to ask you. Was you always curious or was you always bisexual?
I was bisexual back in the days.
Do you feel like you desire men more than women?
I don't know if they be confused because I'm confused. So he started out by saying that he dated women, but he decided that he wanted to be with a man. But then when Kendra talks to him further, he says that he's always been bisexual. So you always was messing with men. I don't know.
Well, I know I decided just men, not women anymore.
So, and when did you make that decision?
I made a decision years ago, back way before Katrina.
Oh, wow, you're right. That is a long time ago. So, I stand corrected. What kind of man are you looking for?
Has to be a masculine man that's not femme. Somebody that's, that you can bring around your people, that they won't be looking all crazy at you like, what are you doing with this character? My family accepts the fact that I'm openly gay. My biological and my adopted side family knows. All my friend knows. Also, I'm also HIV positive. I'm also the advocate for HIV. Also, is the headliner for a book called Living Invisible Lives. You'll see me on the cover. That was released in Amsterdam and the United States. So I've been.
All right. So as you see right there, he says that he has a certificate in culinary. He got a certificate in massage. He got a something degree in something I can't remember. And on top of that, he said that he has and he's an advocate for that. And then something to do with the book or something happened with a book or something like that. It's so much I can't keep up. So after this, after he says that, he decided that he didn't want to be with women because whatever. And then he says that he decided he wanted to be with a man. Then Kendra goes on to ask him, how did he get the okay. And he goes on to say that he got it from a man. So I'm like, you said that women was the reason why you went with a man, but then you got the from a man. Child.
I've been living with HIV since September 1998. I'm undetectable, untransmittable. So I take care of myself. I've been taking care of myself for years.
I appreciate your transparency. That is something that you definitely should disclose. I mean, you'd have to disclose it in this moment. You could have waited till a person reached out to you.
Well, the person I was with told me that when I was 17 years old, told me that they were 21. I found out they was 29, and they also had a restriction to be away from juveniles when I got with them. So that's who I end up contracting it from.
Did they get to go? I mean, that's a jail offense, right? Did they go to jail?
No, I didn't send them to jail. My mama wanted to, but I didn't.
Well, why didn't you want to?
Well, because at that point, after I found out everything, we was all already past 6 months talking and dating, and I really developed deep feelings for that person. So I worked through it, went through counseling and worked through it.
All right. So he's been having this since he was 17. He said he was 17. The guy did he say it was a guy yet? Because somewhere in this conversation, he says it was a man.
I tried to commit suicide 3 times in my past for depression, dealing with it when I first found out.
but it was I learned to keep moving forward though.
Well, I respect that, and I'm happy you went through your healing process. But the only reason why I would have been focusing on jail time or at least punishment so he can't give it to somebody else.
That's true. But I stayed with him for 5 years because, well, it was a toxic relationship. 5 years. He violated 3 restraining orders. After every time I tried to get away, came with more abuse and everything. Came to my job, jumped on me in my job, jumped up in my mama's house. He had like no respect at all. He had anger issues. The judge ordered for anger classes. He didn't go. He jumped on his boss at the job. It was really a lot for me growing up and being with my first strong male relationship. I didn't know how to get out of it and how to deal with it at the same time. Like I was in learning process.
Gotcha.
But
You see how men lie? So that be the basis of a lot of these men who get mad and say that it's women's fault, the reason why they with men. So he says at 17, he had a 5-year relationship with a man and he contracted the HIV from this abusive man, but then got the audacity to get up on Nick at Night's internet, child. I'm claiming it as my internet. He got the audacity to get up on Nick at Night internet and say it was because women. That's the reason why. But then as you talk further, you see that that was a whole lie, that he has been this way the whole time. And your first relationship was toxic and gave you something. Child, that be the main source of a lot of it. Like, instead of just being who you are and admitting to who you are, they always got to bring it to us and blame us and say it's our fault about something that, why are we even in it in the first place? Like, why was we in it in the first place? You know what I'm saying? So I also had seen this comment that Saucy Santana made, and I'm just like, us women cannot catch a break, child. These people, I'm like, damn, is we under attack? Is we under attack? Is we under attack or something? Because the amount of erasure and blame and things that's going on, I'm just like, what's going on? We got Roe v. Wade or whatever, Roe versus Wade or whatever the hell it is, got overturned, child. And now they want to tell us what we could do with our bodies. Then they making jokes about overturning segregation. Okay. And then you got Saucy Santana telling women that gay people are the blueprint for our whole existence. So if it wasn't for gay people, then we wouldn't be able to be the women that we are, because they are the blueprint, and we, I guess, need them to be women when, child, I'm going to just show y'all, because I'm just like, let me pull it up, child, because I'm just so confused about why is everybody coming for us? Why is they coming for us and blaming us for stuff and saying and trying to take credit and just trying to erase us and then blame us, and then, you know, I'm just so confused. I'm so confused.
Cause I want y'all to know gays run the motherfucking world. When them hoes need their hair done, they call the gays. When them hoes need their stylist, they call the motherfucking gays. When them hoes need their motherfucking face done, they call the motherfucking gays. When your dog ass baby daddy wearing your ass, I ain't need advice, you call the motherfucking gays. Cause we the motherfucking blueprint to this bitch. Anybody need a motherfucking gay rapper that's really running shit out here. And I'm gonna open the motherfucking door for all of us in this bitch. So don't motherfucking hate, congratulate, bitch. And y'all see this motherfucker?
Yo, so,
I'm like, what? Excuse me?
Gays run the motherfucking world. Cause I want y'all to know gays run the motherfucking world. When them hoes need their hair done, they call the gays. When them hoes need their stylist, they call the motherfucking gays. When them hoes need their motherfucking face done, they call the motherfucking gays. When your dog ass baby daddy wearing your ass, I ain't need advice, you call the motherfucking gays. Cause we the motherfucking blueprint to this bitch. Anybody need a motherfucking gay rapper that's really running shit out here. And I'm gonna open the motherfucking door for all of us in this bitch.
So the interesting thing is that there are a lot of gay men and transgender individuals who think that way. And they think that we women who are born exactly how we are, you know, we talk in our own voice, we exist in our own bodies, and we just live day to day as ourselves. And a lot of men who get their behavior from women, imitate women, wear, you know, attire that women would wear, think that we are copying them. I've even seen YouTubers who have predominantly female audiences who are gay men say this same thing, where they say that they, you know, oh, we're the ones who run everything. We do this, we do that. We are the trendsetters. A very popular YouTuber in this sector said that not too long ago. And I'm just thinking, wow, interesting, because the same women who you coming for and saying, you know, you run this and you run that, those are the majority of their audience, you know, and that be the weird thing to me, because a lot of these people will get a lot of support from women, right? We will, you know, support them, you know, donate to, you know, their careers, want equal rights for them, you know, want them to be treated fairly, you know, want them to not be judged for who they are, and want them to be able to live in a world to, you know, exist and live and love who you love. And we are the main people who advocate for that equality. And we, you know, say, no, F that. Treat them how they should be treated. Give them rights. And then it's like the same people who we support and we say, nah, treat them right, don't treat them wrong, are the same ones who turn around, get notoriety, get a following, and really say how they really feel about us women and really dog and disrespect women to the core and really have this secret vitriol. It's like for you to feel like that and you to feel like you're the blueprint of somebody who's already born that way. Like, you know, do women get BBLs? Yes. Do we have to get a BBL to be a woman? No. You have people who are trying to get their bodies as close to a female body as possible, going under the knife, getting surgery, then telling a woman who never has to get surgery or never has to alter her body in any type of way that they're the blueprint and we are the carbon copy. It's confusing. It's confusing. And it's like stuff like that. It's like I'm never going to not respect people and their you know, what they choose as orientation or things like that, because that's not a representation of everybody that's gay. But that is a percentage of people that are gay. And it's a problematic outlook on women. And it's like, if we're not being blamed for why they can't exist because we don't want to date them, then we are being shitted on because suddenly we aren't the original. Like it's crazy and it's a mess. But some of you guys said that y'all wanted me to open up the phone lines. I will open up StreamYard if y'all want to talk. I got 20 more minutes that I could chill with y'all. Then I got to figure out what I'm doing with my life, child. But yeah, I just wanted to come to y'all, bring y'all those different attacks. You know? I'm like, we are under attack here. You know? Somebody had wrote to me and they wanted me to do a video on the overturn situation of the Roe versus Wade thing. And I really just, my thoughts honestly is just that we are under attack. I'm like, at first I thought it was one agenda, but now I'm like, is the agenda to erase women? Because I feel like at this point, like, what's the deal? Is the agenda to just erase us or something? Because I'm so confused. I be trying to figure it out, but I can't figure it out. I want to know what y'all think about it. Let me open up the StreamYard link. Hopefully the camera thing don't mess up, because once I be going into here, it be messing up sometimes. All right, cool. All right, so I'm gonna give y'all a link to join if y'all want to. It's just gonna be audio, even though it's a StreamYard link. I don't know how to reverse the thing, so it's just gonna be audio. So if you click on the StreamYard link, I'm gonna bring you up, but it's just gonna be audio that everybody else hears. So let me pull it up because I want to hear from y'all. Somebody said that they wanted me to open up the lines. So if y'all gonna click on,
I'm so fat.
then come on. Hold up. Here's the link right here. All right, the StreamYard link is in the chat. I just pinned it, and I want to know you guys' thoughts on this, you know? Give me your thoughts. The link is in the chat. If I have any moderators, if you guys can repost it for me, I greatly appreciate that. My hotline blinging. My hotline bling. Ding ding. Miss Pat, hello.
How you doing, Nee?
Hey, how are you?
Girl, you are preaching. I need to send you a tithe and offering.
Child, speaking of tithes and offering, how can I put my Cash App on here for anybody who want to donate to a sister and stuff like that?
I'm telling you, girl, we done just had church up in here.
Child.
Listen, you have brought that everlasting work up in here. Listen, but I do want to say to you, I think that especially Black women are under attack. But I be listening to a lot of this Black manosphere channels and a lot of these men. A lot of these Black men, whether they say they're straight, gay, bi, whatever, hello, a lot of these brothers have a problem with Black women because they'll even tell you, they'll say, well, I was raised by a single mama. And so when you really get down to it, a lot of it is that a lot of them have a lot of resentment, as if that their problems is because I was raised in a single family with a Black woman. So maybe if my daddy had been there, or if my mother had married my father,
they don't never blame the daddy. It's always us. They don't never blame the daddy for not being there. But it's our fault. It's our fault.
Right. That's how they're going to look at it. Exactly. And I'm listening to a lot of these different shows on YouTube and stuff. And that's what it really boils down to. They are blaming because they're saying, okay, as a Black male, I don't know how to be a man. And if my daddy was there, then I could know how to be a man. But since he wasn't there, I'm looking and blaming mom as opposed to saying, hey, I had a parent who hung in there with me and who fed me and who clothed me and took care of me. They actually now resent that. And I'll just say this to me, because I know you got to get on to other people. But I went back to Dear Mama, some lyrics that Tupac wrote. And, you know, he actually kind of prophesied that. He said that we would have where the single ladies would make the babies that would grow and hate the ladies. And I think we're really living in that time where the Black males, they're blaming the Black mothers for raising them single without a Black father.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sis.
All right.
Appreciate you.
All right. All right, we're going to go to Leston. Hey. How you doing? It's just so audio. They can't see you, but go ahead.
All right, so I'm late. I literally just saw that you was on live, but I saw that video. I saw that video before. Like, what was the conversation about?
Which one? Saucy Tantana?
No, like the dude talking about like females not liking bi dudes or some shit like that.
Oh, okay, yeah, the first one. I'm like, I done went through a whole bunch of them.
Oh, you did? Okay, so I'm late. But okay, so can I talk about that one?
Yeah, go ahead. All
right, cool. So like, I'm a bi dude too. So
I wish I had a way to show. I don't know how I could show you on here, but go ahead.
But no, I see where he's coming from, but then again, I don't agree with what the fuck he was saying because, like, first off, only like people that like me, and I don't believe in that DL shit. Like, I feel like it's disgusting. You know what I'm saying?
So,
but typically, like with females that I do date, they're bisexual as well. So, like,
can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. All right. So you said that you're bi, so you hear where he's coming from, but you don't fully agree with where he's coming from because you only date women who like you. So what do you primarily, how do you function in dating? How does that work?
I literally just like who I like. Like, I don't even consider myself bisexual anymore. It's like, okay, females, they can like whoever they like. I just like whoever I like. I don't know who I'm going to connect with, you know? But I can honestly say this, like, I'm not emotionally attracted to guys. I'm only physically attracted to guys, not sexually, to be honest.
That's interesting.
I'm emotionally more so attracted to females. Like, I love females. Like, I prefer to be around 10 females before 10 dudes, right? And I have that certain type. I'm really physically attracted to males. Like, I could never see myself settling down with the male. I rarely have sex with guys. Rarely have sex with girls nowadays. But
so when you tell girls that you've also been with men, how are they receiving it? Are you having an issue with that?
No. It's so weird because honestly, like, I just got back connected with this girl that I went to middle school with and that I had the hugest crush on all throughout middle school. And she was like, damn, I had a crush on you too. And turns out she's bisexual. Then I was telling her my stories. And she don't have a problem with it.
Right.
At all.
And that be my issue too with guys when they blame women, because I'm like, there are so many women who are okay with it. Like, so it's like the fact that people try to use that, like, oh, it's this one girl who isn't okay with the fault. They blame everybody. It's like, how about just finding the people who are open to what you down with? And you see in the video, he said that the women who are down with it are slutty. And he called them sluts. And he said that...
Oh, I didn't hear that. Whoa.
That's what he said. He said that the women... He said he doesn't want a woman who's down with anything, you know, because the women who are down with anything are slutty. He says he wants a wholesome woman. And the wholesome women are the ones who don't want to date somebody that's bi. So he didn't really want the girl that was down with anything.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but then, no, I caught the part where he was like, yeah, like light skin, this little light skin, like how I mean, that's his type, that's cool, but it was just kind of the way he said it for me. Like, I don't know, he seemed like one of them niggas where it's like, no.
Yeah. Well, stay on. I'm going to add somebody else in, but stay on.
Okay.
Jen, hello? You got to unmute your mic. Jen? Unmute. Okay. We're going to go to Lady 747.
Hi, how are you? Can you hear me
how
okay?
you doing?
Good. Hey, I agree with you. We are under attack, and it seems like from all angles. But I want to ask you a question, Nick. So when a woman says, I am done with men, I've turned to women because men have hurt me, how do you believe her, or do you think, she was probably gay all along?
Honestly,
no, I can attest to this because my sister, it's been 2 months since she's been out of a relationship, and she kind of told me, like, I think I kind of want to turn to... I'm like, girl, you're the leastest gay person that I've ever met in my life. As much as I've been antagonized, like, growing up.
Yeah.
Like,
so
no.
I'm gonna answer her. I think that the problem that I have with the men versus and I mean, this may be a double standard or whatever, but I do see that women, after they have been dogged out, they think that it's gonna be better if they go with a woman. However,
they said that's worse.
I have
worse.
lesbian cousins who treat their women worse than I see men treating women. So I think that the issue with it is they want to, it's more so like, I feel like an experiment. Like, oh, let me see what it's like to date a girl. Both of the men who I've showed, they both started out with men already, but are trying to blame women. So I feel like a lot of the times when the men are saying it, they're saying it as, it's coming from a different place, because you could clearly see that they've been that way all along. Now, for the women, I don't know if all of them been that way all along, but I feel like in order for you to say that you now want to date women, you have had some type of curiosity.
But then again, y'all want me to be honest, like most guys are curious as well. And to be honest, I feel like at least like I'm gonna say 70% of guys at least tried it once. I'm not like I'm telling you.
So you said 70% of men have tried it with another man.
Yes. I could probably say 75, but no, I'm not gonna go that far. No, let's say 60, at least 60%.
All right, men in the chat, do y'all agree? Press 1 if you agree. He said 70% of men have at least had one experience with another man.
Or have been curious.
Let's say as adults, because I know a lot of kids mess around with other kids. So
yeah,
saying 60 to 70% of men have full-on adult relationships with other adult men. Leston, just curious.
All
That's
right.
for you.
What are they saying in the chat? Do they agree or not?
A lot of them are pressing 1. Somebody said 85%. Somebody
85?
said
I'm telling you.
No. And then people are saying, I think the men are saying 2. I mean, yeah, the men are saying no. Someone said less than 50%.
If it's not for you, then it's not for you. Like, there needs to be more straight men.
Sam Cook says college days, boys experiment.
Yes, especially in college. I've heard so many fucking stories. I'm telling you, I've heard so many stories. It's crazy. It's kind of scary.
All right, 1 second. All right, so we're gonna go to Josie.
Hello?
Yeah, is that Josie?
Yes, hi.
Hi,
so happy to talk to you. Yeah, I have issues with men trying to be like women and thinking that we are just supposed to just disappear and they're supposed to be like the new women now, like forget us women. And they never had a child before, but they want to all percent act like they are women and they can do this. And it's just, to me, it's like a double standard. And also men that trying to like dog women out and talk bad about kids. Like, come on, like Salsa, like he was talking about Beyonce's daughter, which she's straight out of line with that, because first of all, you never had a child before, so how dare you even say something about somebody else's child? You know, it's just a whole disrespectfulness. And I think as us women, we shouldn't support these rappers that disrespect us constantly, and we are still supporting them. Why should we support people that don't support us? It should go both ways. And I feel, because I'm a woman that has 5 children and I have 4 sons and a daughter, and I just feel like, so what? If you're gay, you're gay. I respect you. Respect me as a woman. And when you disrespect me, I feel certain type of way, like that's not cool with me. So, you know, that's my point.
all right. We're gonna go to Right Quick.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, hey.
Hey, Nick. Hey, everybody else. Yeah, I'm the comment with Saucy Santana, and a lot of gay men feel like, you know, they the women want to be them or whatever, however they look at it. But to be honest, it's way more to a woman than just dress up and aesthetics, hair and nails, and the BBL of it all, and the boob job of it all. How about like when we turn into whole different people, man? We have cycles, we have hormonal changes. We real life need a week off work sometimes. You know, I'm know women who've gotten fired from their jobs because of their cycles. It's like their hormones is so imbalanced, you know, that they really need
Y'all
that time
create
off.
life. Y'all carry life. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Okay, that too. But not every woman can have a child. But every woman does probably go through the hormones of it. It's so much more. It's like the tender breast. Like Josie said, mothers, postpartum, that stuff is real. And how some women hormones don't even go back, you know, the same even after childbirth. Like a woman just totally changed after childbirth. You know, and then that goes to the single moms. Let's and the kids hating the moms. I think it might be a case of where, well, what did you do to make my dad go? You know, and it's just a question never asked, because you know if you ask that question, let's be 100, your mom probably gonna go in on you. What you mean? What I do? Your daddy was a dog, this, that, and the third. So now you got that going on. So instead of that kid really saying, you know, well, maybe it's because of you, my dad's not here. They holding that in and they letting it out on their mom. You know, and then boom, we got to deal with that too. Look, we got to deal with our kids low key being mad at us. Now the black men mad at us. The white women want to be us. The white men trying to control our bodies. There's just so much on us, you know. So let's get a little empathy going here. Don't get me wrong. My gay cousin, he do the hair around here where I'm from. Cold with it. But women been fly way before men even could come out the closet being gay. You know, like in the 90s, I'm gonna say that I'm saying my age, but like in the 80s and stuff, you had the gays doing, but not like now. Back then they were still hiding it, and guess what? Women were still fly with the hair, with the nails, with the clothes. When it was the closeted gay man who couldn't come out, it was women. So it's cool to dress up and be beautiful as a trans, or I don't know, I don't want to say nothing wrong, but as a bio woman, give us more credit than just hair, nails, and fashion. That's
This is
all.
new. This is
Yeah.
new though, with
All
gay
right, we're gonna
men
go
blaming
to
women.
wait 1 second. We're gonna go to Valerie.
Hi.
Hey.
What I wanted to say was really, like, to be quite honest, I think sometimes we're in a bubble in the United States because a lot of things, I think
Are
we've
you on
been,
a headpiece or something?
no, I'm not. That's
It's
not
like
me, is it?
very
No, I think somebody else doesn't have their, I think
hold
Josie's
on.
on silent.
Okay, go ahead.
There you go. No, I said, I think sometimes like what we don't realize is like, one, I feel like, to be quite honest, a lot of Black people are very conservative, like globally and even in the United States, right? Like, so I'm Haitian, but I feel like when you go to like Haitian community, Haitian Americans, Nigerian Americans, and like even a sector of Black Americans, like we're really conservative, like globally. Like I think a lot of the stuff that we learn in the United States is stuff that we've watched images, like, because if I think about it, like when I was younger, half of this stuff I didn't even see on TV. So I think sometimes we don't even realize what we're ingesting into our visual scope. Like, you know what I mean? Like my thing is like I've come to a place like a lot of stuff on TV, I don't watch it. Like I don't watch music videos. My dad used to tell me, watch what you see and watch what you ingest. And what I realized the difference between now and then is you can't even watch a music video without like a lesbian kissing and all this stuff. And I'm like, dang, like I don't even think this way, but I'm like, it's just like you're pushing it in my face. Like to be autonomously, like as a heterosexual woman, that's even under attack. You can't even be a heterosexual woman. Some of it came from the fantasies of men, but there's so many women that long to be loved by Black men that sometimes they ingest some of the same toxicity and they spitting it to their own women. You know what I mean? Like you can't be so desperate. You have to have like, sometimes you have to have a certain standard and not be so desperate. Because really, I'm gonna tell you something. You go to some places around the world, they don't know half of the crap we're talking about. Talk about cis men, they don't know nothing about that. You go to Nigeria, they don't know about that. We don't like. That's why I say like sometimes some of the stuff I watch here is like people around the world don't know about that. Most of the black countries around the world, really, they're very conservative, like really conservative. Like they might be like authoritarian country or they might have like military country. Like you can't even go out to school with the skirt below your knees. So half of the stuff that you're talking about here, I'd be like, what are they talking about? It's abnormal. Like what has become normal in the States is really abnormal, right? If
Yeah.
everyone was gay or if everyone was like, trans, we wouldn't have human beings. How would you procreate? And then my other thing is what I find now is like, I find like a lot of women, what they don't understand is your replacement can never be your friend. Someone who's a trans man can tell you that a trans woman can tell you they're a woman, right? And they can tell you what a woman
Josie, you
is or
have
what a
a
woman
lot
should.
of feedback. I put you on. I muted your mic. You keep unmuting it.
Like what I
You have
don't
a lot of
understand
feedback.
is you have men dressing up as women telling you what women are, right? Of course they're gonna want to tell you what women are because they want to sleep with straight men. Don't you notice all of them want to say they want a straight man? Even some of the gay men, they fantasize of being with a manly man, but yet they're telling you how to be a woman, and all the women are accepting it. That's the part I don't understand. Like you can't, and this is why, in my opinion, this is why we've gotten to a point of Roe versus Wade, or you have men telling women like how to live their lives and how to be a woman. Men and women businesses, it's not going to work. I'm not going to say that there's not some people that don't have these feelings that don't want to be trans or don't want to be gay, but it is an anomaly, right?
Yeah.
How many people around the world can you tell them to be trans? Most of the people around the world worried about food. And you talking about BBL, like it's an unrealistic dream, right? Like it's not realistic. So you're gonna tell somebody in like in the poverty of Haiti, or you're gonna be trans, get a BBL? Come on now, you promoting false dreams. Like this is like a rich man's wishes, and actually rich white man wishes, because really I always hear like about Black men who are trans in Atlanta who are literally selling themselves to do these things. So now you're not even going about the basic stuff like safety, food, and shelter. You're doing BBL before you do safety, food, and shelter. That don't even make sense. How does that make sense?
All right.
And then you have women promoting.
Wait, 1 second, Valerie. 1 second. We're gonna go to Nikki. Go ahead, Nikki.
Hey, Nick, how you doing? Hi,
Hey.
guys. I just really wanted to say, first of all, I'm glad you're speaking on this subject. I was screaming watching your live, like, yes, she did it again. Great job. Because I really feel like it's programming and agenda going on. Even this generation coming up, they programmed them so much to believe in certain things, and now everybody is open. Oh, I want to try this and try that. Some kids may not even be, some people may not even be, they're just curious and then get stuck in that whole loophole of being gay, and now it's a trend and it becomes a fad, and it's, oh, let me change my sexual orientation. I want to be a woman today and then tomorrow. And they don't even know like the transgenders, they don't even know like a lot of transgenders go through different situations, and they're scared to leave their house because they change their sexual orientation up to be a woman. Now they're scared
Chris,
to
wait,
go into
1
the
second.
public.
Chrissy Dior, click the link. I would love, before I'm about to come to a close because I gotta get going. But I would love to close it out with talking to a transgender woman as well. Go ahead, Nikki.
No, that's all. I just really want to wrap it up.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
Yeah, a lot of the new generation, they don't know what they're exposing themselves to. They don't know what they're getting into, and they think it's sweet on the other side, and it's not always sweet on the other side. And I feel like a lot of, not everyone, they're confused. They're confusing everyone. Now they want to be against Black women. We don't have nothing to do, not even just women, period. We don't have nothing to do with your sexual orientation. You choose to be what you want to be. Why are you dragging the women along with it? That's really all I had to say about the situation. I like your show. Go for it. This is kind of off the subject, but Golden Beauty wanted to do an interview with you, and I think you should. Well, I think you'll be great at the interview too. Just to throw that in there.
Who is that? Is that Young Pharaoh's girl?
Yes. She wants to come out with her story, and I told her Nick at Night would be perfect one to interview. So I think you'll do good interviewing her. You won't be biased. You'll just ask questions. You won't pick a side or what. I think it'll be a good interview.
Oh, okay. That's Young Pharaoh's girl, right?
Ex-baby, yeah, his baby mama. Yeah,
okay.
It's not his girl no more, but his baby mama. Yeah, Golden Beauty. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
All right, thank you for coming on. Somebody had just texted me, said they was coming on, but y'all taking too long and I got to go. But if Chrissy wanted to click the link, it's pinned to the top. So click the link, it's pinned to the top. I wanted to at least hear from you. If you guys that's on the panel, I think I cut off a lady 747. Go ahead, and I had cut you off in the beginning. Go ahead and say what you were going to say. In the meantime.
Okay, thank you. That's so sweet of you. I do love the fact that you're bringing this out. And even if we don't agree with these guys, it's good to hear what's going on. And so for the one guy on the video you played that said he was basically blaming women, it's good that we know that this is what they're doing now. Back in the day when men were gay, I had never heard them, and I knew a lot of gay men, I had never heard them say it was the woman's fault. And so it seems like they are finding it's an easy scapegoat to just blame women for everything. And then they're getting acceptance with doing that. So it's like these gangs that are roaming around and let's blame women for why we are poor. Let's blame women for this and that. And so why not? Let's blame women for being gay, So yeah. I'll step down. Great show.
Somebody donated and said, do you believe trans women should be immediately included in the abortion conversation just because they may adopt a female child?
Who else wants to get a brand new metal roof installed? Qualified owners will be given the opportunity to have a
Chrissy, is that you with the commercial?
Do you believe trans women?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay, you got to cut it off in the back.
Put it down. Okay.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. You gotta cut it off in the back.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes. So, did you just now come on, or did you see the entire live?
No, I actually been in for a minute. I follow you a lot. I'm a huge fan, by the way.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. What were your thoughts on the topic?
So I just want to say first and foremost, Saucy Santana would not be considered trans in the LGBT community. He would probably be considered more of a femme guy. Mm-hmm. But I would just say from a personal standpoint, I was raised by 4 Black women, so I couldn't personally feel like or be against women at all, because I know that for me to be able to be in my transition, I would have to learn from women, of course.
Right. So do you hear that a lot? Because I have heard that a lot from the LGBT community, especially other fellow content creators in my same sector have made the same statements that Saucy Santana has made. Have you heard that within your circle?
Well, see,
because I've even heard other transgender women say that as well.
Well, I think those are more influencers, because in the regular world, a transgender woman is not walking around thinking in the real world that they're better than any woman. That's just because how could you? It's not. It just is.
But I
have
impossible. Seen that in the comments though. Like even in the comments when other transgender women comment, they say those things too.
Right. Well, I mean, I can't speak on what everyone says. I can only speak on my personal opinion and my personal experiences. Mm-hmm. I've never had a personal issue with Black women. I hang with Black women. A Black woman does my nails. So, I mean, I don't know. I just feel indifferent about that opinion.
Okay. What are your thoughts on the first topic where the guy said that we biological straight women are homophobic if we don't want to date a guy who dabbles?
I would say, okay, I would say, because me and my female friends have had this conversation, I would say that women can definitely make it a little bit harder for a guy to be able to be truthful, I'll say. Sometimes, depending on the type of women you deal with, some women can make it a little bit difficult to be yourself.
Explain.
So like you might date a woman that it might be a girl that you really, really like and you really want to, you know, are interested in, but you know that you're bisexual. So you have to ask yourself, can you tell this woman you're bisexual or not? And then once you tell this woman, you have to be ready for her to reject you or not. And some men are not ready for that rejection. So
because they didn't learn that they're not entitled to everyone and that some people have preferences, we are making it harder because they like us instead of
I wouldn't
somebody
necessarily
that
say
likes them too.
you guys, the women, making it harder. I would say they're making it harder for themselves, but at the same time, I would say like, I mean, if a guy's in a relationship already with a woman, he can't come to his woman and say, "Hey, babe, I'm thinking about giving a blowjob to a guy." But a woman can come to her man and say, "Hey, babe, I'm thinking about giving a blowjob, giving a woman a little, fun."
So how is that the woman making it harder? Because a lot of men don't want their woman to be with women either.
Oh well, I barely heard that a man doesn't want a woman to be with a guy, but that could be true. I don't know. I think I probably worded it wrong because I wouldn't say that it makes it harder, but I would say that some women aren't as open-minded to that type of aspect.
So because the woman that he likes isn't open-minded, wouldn't it be easier to find why is it that makes it harder when he could just find a woman that is open-minded?
And this is true, but some guys don't want to accept that rejection, so they want to just not tell the truth or not tell them what they have going on.
Okay. Alfila, what did you want to add?
All I'm thinking I wanted to add was, man, it's a beautiful Saturday night, BT weekend. I hope everybody doing lovely. It's been a beautiful conversation. I just been sitting back, just listening to all the ladies, express yourself. I would just add this right here. Whatever you are, man, be proud of it. You know what I'm saying? Wear it on your sleeves, Don't duck and dodge nobody. You know what I'm saying? Just put it out there, whatever you are, and stand on it. You know what I'm saying? And enjoy your life, because a lot of stuff that I thought was going on right around me, it shocked me, right? And then I found out it's been going on for years. So basically, I just wasn't up on it. So a lot of these things that people's hearing about, and a lot of these things as people get introduced, it might be shocking, but it's a whole lot more going on than what you even know right now. So I say be accepting of others. And if people ain't accepting of what you are, get around people that are. Go find your tribe, man, and live your life. That's it.
All right. Right quick, you wanted to comment real quick?
Yeah. Excuse me. Can you hear me? Yeah, I wanted to comment right quick. Again, there you go. We cannot catch a break. And don't get me wrong, we can't catch a break. Why is it a woman don't have nothing to do with you wanting a man? That is 100% on you. And I think it's selfish. Now, this is me with my personal opinion. I think it's a man being selfish because he want to do both. And that woman has a right to choose if she wants to deal with a bisexual man or not. And that's not making it hard on you. That's not no pressure. It's just the fact that, hey, okay, you like both. I'm not the girl for you. Believe me, it's a lot of women out here who accept that. Go find her. But no, we don't make it hard. We don't make it hard. And like the other woman said earlier, half of the game, they want straight men. They want straight men. So yeah,
Chrissy,
you're gonna go a little extra hard.
That?
I would have to. I don't know. I mean, I would say everyone has preference, and everyone is different, no matter what your sexuality is.
Do you consider the men who date you as straight?
See, that's questionable because, in my opinion, I would say.
No.
I'm asking Chrissy.
I would probably say I have a difference of opinion in that, just because, I mean, I feel like in some cases, yeah, I have.
Do you consider the men that you date as straight?
I would personally say some of them yes, some yes.
And the ones that are not straight, what makes them not straight?
Well,
versus the ones that you feel are straight.
I would say probably just the fact that they're living the life. They're in the life. You see them at the gay clubs. You see them around. You see them frequently with the LGBT events. So I would probably say those people wouldn't be considered straight people, I would say.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we'll wrap on that note. We'll have to continue this at another time. It's getting late. I got to go. But I appreciate everybody for coming on. I appreciate having this dialogue. And I mean, I feel like it's necessary to have another panel again and have this conversation again. So we will schedule a part 2 at a later date, because there is a lot of people who is now clicking on. And I'm sorry I can't get to y'all. I've extended the time that I'm supposed to even be on here, period. But it's been so long since I chatted with y'all, and I missed y'all so much. If y'all want to ever donate to the page, y'all know y'all can do that. Also, I have a weekend sale going on right now. You can get 40% off of your purchase of lingerie or pajamas if you put in the code BLOWOUT. So if you go to my website, www.neekatnight.com, and you put in the code BLOWOUT, you can get 40% off of pajamas and lingerie. That is for pajamas and lingerie. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. I'll catch you guys